Kemran Lachinov is back as he gets ready to fight at Bellator 249, and that goes down October the 15th when he meets Kyle Crutchmer. Kemran, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Ryan?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to have you back on the show. Really excited for this Bellator 249 card. I actually just finished talking with Syed Awad, and he's got a big fight on that very evening. Tell me, how has this camp been?
It's been a little difficult with this COVID. Other than traveling, I spend a lot of time traveling to other gyms and stuff. But other than that, everything is good. I'm healthy, injury free. Working on my weight cut. Everything is going so far good. I just got my test done today through the Zoom with Bellator. We had like Zoom meeting, and you gotta do all kind of crazy things. Stick that thing all the way towards your brain. So everything so far good. We're ready. Just the last one thing left, probably I would say the weight cut starting next week.
What is your weight at right now?
Walk around like I want to say 185, 183 right now.
Okay, yeah. So I guess you're pretty much right on track, and that cut will be no problem for you because you always do make weight.
Yes, the only thing I started a little early. I don't usually do this that low. I started early because the sauna is not gonna be available. It's gonna be portable sauna. I'm not sure how my body's gonna react to it. I never want to miss weight. It's just unprofessional. But at the same time, with these circumstances, not having a regular gym and sauna is just I don't want to fail it. I just don't see myself not making a weight.
hmm Yeah, well, I have no doubt you'll be on point there. You are as professional as they come. As far as the this camp goes, you're saying that you're training at a variety of gyms and doing a lot of traveling. Just tell me what that's been like. Has it just been kind of a consistent where you're at certain places each day of the week, or is it just kind of changing week to week?
Changing, I would say week to week. I got some of my buddies that train with me. We go to different gyms around Springfield, West Springfield, basically. And then I traveled once, a couple to Timlink, New Hampshire. That's like quite a bit, right? A 2.5 hour one way. And so I go back and forth. I go to Connecticut. I go here in the Springfield area, a couple of gyms that some people do allow you to train. Some people, you got to train with mask and stuff. It's just crazy.
hmm
But yeah, it's every week is different. Depends what boxing gym, wrestling gym is open, and who can actually take me in. Some places you need to make appointments to go into the practice. So it's been a crazy ride this past 2 weeks, definitely.
For sure. Now, have you had like one or two like main training partners like that you've been getting most of the work in with?
I would say yes. The people that I stuck to that would be Abbas Tamaradze. He's a great wrestler. Then John Viruet and Rick Viruet. They're all D1 wrestlers. I mean, actually, I think John is D1 and Abbas and Rick is not. But they're college wrestlers, really good wrestling. And then I got a couple of black belts. I trained with Ricardo Funch. He's just back from Brazil. So then I had Murad Usmanov and Hassan Usmanov. They're two brothers, cousins, really good wrestlers and grapplers. So those people always been there on my corner, helping me as training partners. So sometimes we go to the place where I have a place where I can just open a place and train at 9, 10 p.m. And sometimes we just go at it because I don't have any other option. I call my own buddies and we train like that. Uh, that's most important people, and I got my coaches that are always there: Nizam Tamaradze, Jason Franklin, Dan Fagan, and Marco Alvin. Couple of gyms that always helping me with boxing. That no matter when I'm fighting or where I fight, this past 5 years, I want to say they always help me. It's the couple of boxing gyms around here. Thank God I got good people that help me, and no matter what they say, come, we can open the gym anytime for you. Just make sure follow the rules, mask and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, we're living in crazy times. That is 100% for sure. Your last fight was actually all the way back in June of last year. How frustrating has that been for you not to be able to step inside of the cage and compete?
Honestly, I hadn't. I think two fights failed after that. That I one fight I even made a weight after, like, I want to say a couple months after that fight. I had a surgery on my thumb. It was a broken thumb after the fight. Then I came back after 3 months or something. I was gonna fight, made weight and everything. Guy failed to make weight. That was big cut on a catch weight. He failed to make weight, I believe, by like 5 pounds. So the state didn't allow it. We didn't go forward, and I kind of stayed ready until all the way, I want to say, February, because I knew the Bellator was coming around and we had talks with them. So I was ready for January, February, but then this COVID thing hit and everything got canceled. I remember even the Bellator show got canceled, last minute, the day
Mm.
of the. That was a big thing. Yeah, it's been frustrating not fighting and not training. For me, it's a stress reliever. I do it because I love it. It takes my stress away from everything negative around me, and I just love it. So it's been frustrating not being able to compete.
Yeah, and that last win that I'm alluding to, that last time you stepped inside of the cage was against Billy Goff. You got a unanimous decision victory. Are you pleased with that performance? Are you disappointed you didn't get a finish?
I am always disappointed if I don't get a finish. I am very pleased that I won the fight. The kid is super tough. I give him props. He's as tough as nails. The problem was I broke my thumb on I want to say very end of first round. So all I did, it was like I tried to stick around. I couldn't have no grappling or no wrestling. All I did is like try to use my jab or something, kick, and it wasn't my best performance for sure. I had, like I said, I had three fractured bones in my thumb, so I couldn't do after second round. At end the first round, I sat down, talked to my coach. There's like something wrong. Either I popped my thumb, or I can't just move, or there's like something wrong with my thumb. And they asked me if if you want to keep going or what. I was like, definitely. Either I die or I win. So we kept going, and it wasn't the best performance, but I was happy that I won at the end of the day. I definitely look for finishes.
Hmm. Now, when you go through adversity like that and you suffer an injury and you're able to tough it out and get a victory over a very difficult opponent, what does that tell you about yourself? I mean, you probably already know how good you are, but does that just kind of show you how far you can dig and get a win when you're in a tough spot like that?
Yeah, I want to say one of the most important things that I believe is just believing in yourself and being dedicated. And if it wasn't a win, I say it. The God made it that way. It's His plan. As long as everybody's healthy, I say at the end of the day, it's just a sport for me. It's not a fight that where I'm fighting because somebody said something very bad to my either family or me or son. It's just a fight. It's a sport. I look at it that way. But definitely, when you get the win on a crazy note like that, it's very happy. It tells me that, hey, just keep working, it'll pay off.
If you had to say you've improved in one area since then, is there something you can point towards? Or I mean, I understand MMA is every discipline and you're working on everything, but tell me like your improvement since we've seen you last inside the cage.
I want to say my probably running into a dog fight. I like that, and we've been working on that a lot, controlling the speed and explosion, and instead of me going at it and running after the opponent and just being trying to do a dog fight, stand up and brawl. And I think now it's a little different where I can stay back, wait for the right time, and then go for it.
Okay. Oh, that's a great answer, and that clearly just shows your evolution as a fighter. You also did sign with Tyson Chartier and Top Game Management recently, so big congratulations there. Tell me what it's like being signed with one of the best in the game.
Oh man, I'm very pleased so far. It's been amazing. We've been trying to get a deal done since last year, but I got married and all that, so it kind of carried away. And so it was, I guess, the right time, right moment kind of thing. I'm very pleased. for especially for all the New England fighters and everybody around the world, I would say definitely contact him. Get in touch. He's one of the best for a reason. I so far, anytime, it's literally anytime I ask him a question or need to get a hold of him to help for something, he's always there. He picks up his phone from a first, second time, unless he's super busy with kids or something. He'll answer you in 5 minutes. But I'm very pleased so far.
That's great. I can tell you too, from a journalist point of view, he's always been phenomenal to me. So he's always there to help it any way he can. So I'm happy to see that you signed with him. And now, as far as Bellator goes, man, you're 4-0 in Bellator. What is it about, I guess, fighting for? They're considered probably the second biggest promotion in the world. Do you feel like you just kind of elevate your game and you rise to the occasion when you're, fighting on the big show?
Definitely. I've been trying to step up to the next level, elevate everything better and get better. And one of them was me going to AKA training out there and, training in other places. I was looking into going to Miami actually for ATT to train there, maybe to get my game a little better, especially they're open now. So, but this short notice fight was like, okay, I'm going to stick here, make sure I don't get sick or anything going out there, and get this fight going and hopefully elevate it. I love Bellator. I want to say I've been at UFC fights where my friends fought. I know the feeling is great too, but Bellator, I believe they take care of you personally. They make you feel like you're home, and they make you feel important. Even though my fight got delayed 2 or 3 times after the main event, but I'm happy with it. It's all right. I'm happy with it.
Now, we'll dive into this fight here in a minute, but you just said that you went out to AKA to get some work in. Who were some of the guys you were working in with when you were there?
Well, my fight was, I think, forgot who I was fighting. Oh, Sean Lally. That's who I was getting ready, I think. So and the Connor Habib was about to go down. So I was training with all of them out there. I had, I wouldn't say I personally trained with one person. It was everyone. You going around and training. They had Habib was there, Islam was there, Zubaira was there. Obviously, DC was running Tuesday and Wednesday, I think, once a week trainings of his wrestling and his team. Kyle was there. I remember. I remember. I look at his sport. No hate, nothing personal. He was there too. I don't recall getting too much into training with him, but he was there. I knew him from there. I got a bunch of good guys there. They helped me out really good. Habib's team was really good. They greeted me very well. Once they found out I'm Turkish, one of their friends, I think Habib and his cousins flew out to Kansas for one of the championship fights where his cousin was fighting. And Aziz Ali Abdulazizov, he's a champion in Russia for the ACA, I believe. He greeted me. He's like, I didn't have a place. I just woke up one day. I said, you know what? I got to change something. I'm flying to AKA. And so I didn't have a place to stay. I didn't have anything. I was planning to sleep in the car, at least until I find a decent place to stay. The rooms were crazy, like $200-300 a room, and they didn't have availability unless you go out of San Jose. So one of those Habib's friends, he took me and he said, "Don't worry about it. You're gonna stay with me, with us until you need anything." They took care of me really good. Those guys were really good there, and obviously Javier Mendez greeted me very well. He actually, I was very pleased with him. He worked with me and helped me out with boxing and all that. So I was very pleased.
That's fantastic. Did you get a chance to get some wrestling in with Khabib? Or did you work with him specifically at all?
Nothing live, nothing crazy. We did just rolls, but nothing live and crazy. Like, didn't go into that.
Gotcha.
One of my buddies actually went full on with DC. Murad Usmanov. He never wrestled before really anywhere in college or anything, but he wrestled 1 year in what do you call in high school, and he placed, I want to say, second in New England. from not wrestling at all, he placed second in New England. He was a big guy, not too big, but it was just 205 kid. He wrestled with DC. DC was first impressed. Is like, I don't want to. He's like, he didn't care about him. And he goes like, yeah, we'll wrestle. And because he was a big fan of DC, he's like, can we get at least one round? I want to wrestle with you. And then finally, through Habib, we get him to wrestle. First 2 minutes, DC was shocked. He's like, what's going on? Who is this kid? Like, what is he doing? And then, like, I want to say into 3-4 minutes, he saw this guy is powerful. My friend he's really powerful just naturally. And it was a great scrap they had there for 5 minutes. So everybody's like, "Oh, who's this kid? Where'd you wrestle? What college did you go?" And he was like, I think back then, like 23 or something. Like I didn't wrestle anywhere.
That's a really cool story, and I've heard nothing but great things about DC. So I have no doubt everything that you experienced out there was wonderful. You did say you saw Kyle there. Did you ever have a chance to size him up? Did you ever look at him and think, hey, maybe this is a guy I'm going to be fighting at some point soon?
I sure thought about it. I'm not gonna lie. He was a 170 Bellator fighter, and I was a 170 Bellator fighter. I definitely thought of that. I sparred a couple of UFC guys there. I think the guy was 205. Uh, they were, yeah, definitely. I think from India or something. A UFC fighter. I forgot his name. It's a long name. Then I sparred a couple of Bellator fighters that they had. Uh, who was there? There was a bunch of good guys. I just can't remember. I gotta look through the Instagram, see who I spar with. But yeah, I definitely thought when I saw like, okay, he's a Bellator, and I think back then he just signed up with Bellator at 170. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, this could be a next one of my opponents down the road.
Well, and here we are now. Bellator 249 is right around the corner, and you're matched up with him for your next one. Now, as far as fighting in front of no fans in the arena, is that going to bother you at all? I know some fighters, they get amped up. They like the sound of the screaming fans and whatnot. I mean, I know you're a professional. You're just going to go in there to do your job. But like, are you bummed about that, or are you just excited to fight?
When I'm fighting, I'm more like focused on the fight and my coaches. But yeah, the fights, the best thing about the fight is the fans for me. So I am definitely bummed out about not having fans. The only side is because the whole sport is about fans for me. The whole experience. Yeah, I love it. I get myself out there and do it legally. Beating up people legally and not get in trouble, that's the best part of it. But yeah, definitely, I am bummed out not having fans out there.
What do you think of Bellator signing with CBS Sports Network and them making that big jump to actually be on a major, channel here moving forward?
I think I was very happy when I heard that. I think that's a big step for Bellator, and they're gonna get more people. They're gonna be out there. Everybody will be watching and stuff. That's what we need with Bellator. We need more explosion. We need more. I want to say we need more people to know. These days, when you talk to people, they're like, "Oh, I do MMA or something." They ask you, and it goes like, "Oh, so you do UFC?" I'm like, "No, no, no. I do MMA. I'm in Bellator." So we need to, as the Bellator fighters and the Bellator itself, I think if Bellator does a little better and bigger with uh, with the whole network thing, I think it's gonna be a big year.
Yeah. So you don't train UFC? You just train MMA?
Yeah, that's what they say. Like, wait, I thought you do UFC. I was like, nah, I do MMA.
What are your goals, Cameron, as far as moving forward with Bellator or the UFC? Are you happy, staying where you're at in Bellator here, or are you really thinking that you want to get to the UFC here at some point in the next, fight or two?
uh, Definitely looking for bigger challenges. So if I say, hey, I want to stay at Bellator or I want to move to UFC, it would be a lie either or, because if they get me a really good deal with Bellator, I would stick around with Bellator. I know we had a couple of offers to sign up, and it just wasn't the right thing for me to do at that point. Sign up with them and be stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I am definitely looking to get bigger and better with the promotion. I'm not saying that Bellator is small or bad or anything, but the better options, better and fighting more. I want to keep fighting more and more often. That's another thing. If I'm healthy after the fight, give me a fight after 1 week. I'm okay with it.
Mhm.
I may not be at 170. Maybe I'll fight 180 or catch weight or something next week. But I want to stay active. I
So
want to stay active. Definitely looking to get into the bigger stage. The When I say bigger stage, like more like a main card or like fighting actually big names.
so you don't have any contractual obligations after this fight. You're a free agent. You can go fight wherever.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's good to hear. Who's going to be in your corner come fight night?
Corner. We have Marco Alvin, Jason Franklin, and Mizam Tamaradze. That they've been there from day one. One of my really good buddies is Mizam Tamaradze. He's been there literally for since I came to the United States. I met him about 13 years ago. He's like my brother, even closer than that. Like we talk, we interact every day. Like my wife gets jealous how much I talk to him. So, and Jason Franklin, man, one of the very first people that I met that got me into MMA would be him and Mike Oakes. But and then Marco Alvin is the head of Team Link. He's the godfather of MMA for us.
Gotcha. Now, when do you guys get to the Mohegan Sun? When do you actually have to be there and test and quarantine and all that?
So it's for everyone. It's different. For me, it's Sunday, and one of my corners is gonna come in Sunday. We're gonna get the test again one more time on Sunday. After we get this test results, hopefully negative, and then we're gonna move into Sunday to the casino. Um, that's where the question mark starts for me. How are we going to cut weight at the casino? I never stayed in the casino. If I fight here local, I tell them don't give me a room, don't give me anything. I'm gonna stay home and I'll drive it there. I just don't like staying there. I like home environment. Day before I gotta get my praying in and I gotta get my family time in, and then I go to a fight perfectly the same of the fight day. This one is gonna be a little difficult and different. Another big thing is not having a sauna, not having the actual gym and workout. I heard that your corners cannot contact you until the weigh-ins now, unless one of them stays with you. That's why I'm bringing one. So yeah, it's gonna be a little different and difficult, less comfort zone for me, I guess.
Hmm. Now, don't quote me on this, but I believe that Bellator is going to have the portable saunas there for you.
Yes,
So you will have that. It might not be the same as your regular.
I
But
yeah, I actually I'm going to borrow from someone, one of my friends. They told me they have it, so I'm gonna borrow it. I just don't know how your body gonna react to it. Everybody's body reacting different to the sauna or even this portable sauna. Before I would use like a Russian sauna, the like really hot steam sauna, and we would get the temperature like 200 something degrees in about where you walk in and sit basically. But now, question is my body's gonna react to it good, and I'm gonna sweat right away or not? That's what I'm gonna try today. Actually, I'm borrowing one of the friend's saunas. He has the exact same thing. He said portable one. Maybe
yeah.
even Pat Casey. I think he may have it. So
Well, hopefully that works out just fine for you, and you won't notice a difference from the normal sauna. Let's talk about this matchup. Kyle, he's 6-0. He's got 4 finishes. Where do you see some holes in his game, or just stylistically, how do you feel like you're going to stack up here in this fight?
uh, I want to say the biggest thing I have more experience in fighting. He has better wrestling experience and more experience in wrestling. Uh, I, I definitely put my money that I'm not no first grader for the wrestling. Definitely had a lot of wrestling in my life. It's just a cultural thing for us. Coming from Russia, being Turkish, it's just you grow up with wrestling. And when I look at him, he's good all around, maybe to for a wrestler. But hey, wrestlers until you get punched in the face, you're good. But just I'll be looking for everything out there to finish the fight.
How do you see yourself getting your hand raised?
Um, Good question. I was asked that yesterday on the interview. Anything in a legal way that is possible. So
Do you expect this to go the distance, or do you feel like you are going to get a finish here and give him his first loss?
um, definitely not going to a distance. That's, I don't think it's going to a distance. He's definitely gonna taste something new. He's gonna be surprised. He's gonna taste something new in his career. That's gonna be his first loss with God's willing, and I would say just tune into the CBS Sports Network, and you guys will see.
Awesome. Well, I know I can't wait. I'll definitely be tuning in. I won't be able to make it down to Mohegan Sun for this one, unfortunately, but I do look forward to watching you compete again in person here very, very soon. Kemran, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. Before I let you go, anyone you want to thank, any social media you want to plug, or any sponsors you have, the floor is yours.
Uh, the biggest help was Team Link, Ludlow, and all the Team Link gyms. I want to thank Marco Alvin for always opening the gym for me, always helping me, always finding a place and training partners for me to train. The biggest shout out to Marco Alvin and Tim Link and Jason Franklin, Nizam Tamaradze, Dan Fagan, and all my partners. Big shout out to all of them, starting from Abbas, Tamaradze, Nizam Tamaradze, John and Rick Viruet, Ricardo Funch, and everybody who maybe I'm missing some people. I just can't think straight right now, but the family helped a lot. The whole fighting family helped a lot, especially with this COVID thing. So thanks to you getting my name out there. It's always a pleasure being on your show. And tune in to Bellator 249, October 15th. See some fireworks.